Everyone wants a shortcut. People search for hacks, for loopholes, for one move that flips the entire game. Here is the truth. The real life cheat code has been sitting in front of most young people this whole time. It is the US military. Not because of the uniform or the orders, but because of the stack of benefits, protections, and options the military hands you when you know how to use them. The cheat code is not automatic. Most people join blind, pick the first job recruiters offer, and treat the system like a trap. That is why I call it a cheat code nobody uses. The moves I'm about to share with you are not clickbait. They are legal, they are realistic, and they are the same plays I use or taught others to use to change everything. On this channel, I show you how 3 years can buy you a lifetime bag. So subscribe if you are serious about using the system the right way. First, a hard truth. I joined as a permanent resident. I did not have citizenship when I walked into basic training. That means I could not get a security clearance at the time because you generally have to be a US citizen to hold a clearance. That was a limitation and it shaped my choices early on. But I did not break my trajectory. I became a citizen while serving. I fought for the opportunities and I earned my clearance later. That clearance is one of the main reasons I'm still employed in IT today, even through layoffs. The moral of that piece is this: you do not need everything on day one. You need to know the path and play it smart. If you are a green card holder, your path looks different, but it is still powerful. That is the reality that too many videos do not respect. I will not sell you fantasy. I will give you plays that work in the real world. Let us start with the most overlooked cheat code, the one nobody likes to talk about because it sounds too simple. If you are in a committed relationship and you plan to marry before you ship out. Yes, it is that blunt. Marriage before basic training unlocks dependent benefit immediately. I'm not telling you to marry just for money. The key benefit is basic allowance for housing or BAH. During training and advanced individual training AIT, if you have a legal dependent, the military pays you BAH every single month. That BAH can range from roughly $2,500 to $4,000 a month, depending on where your dependent lives. That is tax-free money hitting your bank account while you are in training and not paying rent. People in the civilian world will kill for that kind of passive stacking while they are still learning. This is not illegal and it is not shady if you are marrying because you intend to be married anyway. 6 months before basic training and 6 months after basic training is still the same. If you plan to get married to your fiancé, please do it before basic training. It is a legal and smart timing decision. I know veterans who came out of training with tens of thousands of dollars saved just because they used this timing intentionally. Again, I'm not telling anyone to rush into anything they are not ready for. I'm telling those who already plan to marry that the timing can be leveraged for real benefit. Next cheat code: pick your job like an investor. That is not emotional, that is math. Most recruits pick what sounds cool or what a recruiter hands to them. That is how you end up in a MOS that translates to nothing in the civilian world. The smart play is to choose jobs with civilian transferable skills: IT, cyber, aviation maintenance, medical specialties, logistic or intel. Those careers convert into civilian certifications and higher pay. If you can get a job that includes certifications as part of training, you effectively paid to train and got a credential the civilian market values. That is the cheat code in plain sight. If you cannot get a clearance as a green card holder on day one, choose an MOS with strong technical skills. So when you naturalize, you can qualify for clearance and pivot into higher paying contractor or government work. Your resume will scream value because you have both military discipline and certified technical skills. A deep cheat code that not many creators explain well is how to stack the education benefits from day one. The GI Bill is great when you are out, but tuition assistance while you are serving is often overlooked. I used my tuition assistant to get a bachelor's degree while I was still serving, and I used my GI Bill after the military to get 2 master's degrees. Can you see how I play it right? I time it correctly? Use tuition assistance. Use tuition assistance to stack civilian certification while you are in. Get the certificate that costs thousands otherwise: Cisco networking, Microsoft certifications, AWS cloud certificates. School and bootcamp will accept military tuition assistance or military sponsored program. That is money you did not have to earn. Now, here is the secret layer. Some people use tuition assistance while serving and then transfer or stack GI Bill benefits after discharge to finish a degree without debt. That combination is the multiplier most people miss. I use the education program as building blocks, not as endpoints. You are building credentials that create a ladder, not just a diploma. Now, we need to talk about our medical documentation, the MEPS moment, and the VA record. This is technical, but it is crucial. At MEPS and initial medical screening, be honest and document everything. Do not think a small problem is not worth mentioning. If you do not record it when you first enter service, it becomes harder to prove connection to service later. I do not mean invent issues. I mean, if you have hearing issue, prior injuries, sleep problems, anxiety, document it, because they will see it in your medical record anyway. The VA determines a lot based on service record and what is in your medical file. When people skip the documentation step and then trying to claim later, they are fighting a much tougher mountain. The cheat code here is to create evidence early and accurately. Later, when you file, you will have a record that supports your claim. My own path included documenting early, then learning how to use that documentation to win waiting increases over time. I didn't have any medical issue before I joined the military. Keep that in mind. That process is how I moved from 60 to 70 to 80 to 90 to 100%. Persistence plus documentation matters. Let us talk about VA claims and appeals, because this is where most veterans fail. They file once, get a denial or a low rating, then quit. The VA expects appeals, and the appeals process is not a trap if you know the rules. You must learn what evidence the VA values. Necessary statements linking your condition to service, objective medical tests, body statement that describe when and how you were injured, and DBQs from qualified providers. Here is another non-obvious play. Get your private doctor to complete a DBQ supporting the nexus between your service and your condition. Private provider DBQs are accepted by the VA and can be faster and more precise than waiting for the VA exam. If the VA examiner lacks contest, your carefully written DBQ can be the difference between a low rating and a correct rating. That is a powerful piece of the system most people never utilize because they do not know it exists. Another cheat is to understand secondary conditions. The VA pays based on service connection. You know that, right? If one condition causes another, you can claim the secondary. For example, if a service-related knee injury leads to altered gait and then chronic back pain, that back pain can be service-connected as a secondary. If PTSD causes sleep apnea, treating those connections and proving them can drastically increase your overall rating. Most people file only for the obvious condition and miss the chain. Learning how to link conditions is a multiplier. You have to think like a clinician and like an attorney. That is knowledge that pays for life. Now, security clearance. I want to be transparent with you. When I first enlisted, I could not get a clearance because I was not a citizen. That's why there is the reality for many permanent residents. If you are a green card holder, you cannot expect immediate clearance in most pathways, but there is a path. Military service accelerates naturalization for many people. Use the pathway while in uniform. Naturalize as fast as you qualify. Maintain clean conduct. Stabilize your finances. And then push your job in the military or positions that require clearance. Once you have citizenship, apply for clearance or reclass into roles that need clearance. There is no guarantee, but your service is a strong factor in favor. For those who can get clearance from day one, know that a clearance is not just paperwork. It is a job market multiplier. In IT alone, clearance can mean the difference between a $50,000 job and $120,000 job. The cheat code is to design your service to build toward that clearance over time rather than assume everything will be open to you on day one. Here is another low-key play that most people do not hear about. The enlistment contract is negotiable to an extent. Recruiters will present options. If you are willing to wait or to negotiate, ask for guaranteed school in your contract. Do not just accept a verbal promise. Get it on paper. Some MOS come with guaranteed training, special pay, or specific schooling. Those items on your contract are commitments. If they are written, they are actionable. Recruiters want to sign people up fast. If something matters to you, push for clarity in the contract. That contract is a legal instrument. Use it. That is how you turn a recruiter conversation into guaranteed value. A more advanced cheat code concerns duty station choice and others. Where you get stationed affects BAH, job market after service, and networking. Some recruits assume they have no choice. There is strategy here, let me tell you. If you have enlistment options, consider duty stations that have lower cost of living but higher training opportunities or proximity to industries you want to enter after service. You can always get back to your home state anyway after you leave the military. Sometimes reclassification or lateral moves can get you to a base that is a better launch pointer for your post-service life. This is not always simple and it is not guaranteed, but people who treat their station as part of the career plan often create advantage that last for decades. Now, let us get into financial plays that sound small but add up. Open accounts and set up automatic transfers before your first paycheck. Have a checking account for expenses and a savings account for BAH stacking. Use your TSP match. The military will give you free money. Like let's say that you put $1 somewhere, they will say we will match it to a certain extent. Use that. That's free money. It's kind of like I say put $1 on the table and I put 50 cents on the table. I give you 50 cents. Will you say no? That's literally, if you don't contribute to your retirement, that's literally you saying no to free money the government is giving you. So put it to the match, to at least to the match. That's what I did. I believe the match is around 4 or 5% right now. Check out with your recruiter how much is the rough TSP match at the moment when you watch this video. Open accounts and set up automatic transfers before your first paycheck. Have a checking account for expenses and a savings account for BAH stacking and emergency funds. If you will receive BAH in training, set that BAH aside. I know it is tempting to spend it in basic training when you see people spending their money lavishly, but the smartest recruits use training BAH as seed capital for investment or to pay down tossy debt and to take care of their family. That is the difference between a recruit who leaves training with a couple hundred in their pocket and a recruit who lives with 5 to 10,000 saved. Money saved or invest while you are young compounds very fast. The earlier you build the habit, the more leverage you have later. A cheater related to family is dependent education planning. Many states and institutions give tuition benefit or reduce tuition to dependents of veterans. If you plan to have a family and you document dependents properly, those benefits can be worth tens of thousands of dollars for your spouse or children. That is generational value. Think beyond your immediate pay period. The military is full of interlocking benefits that amplify when you stack them properly. Now, ethics and the line between clever and shady. I will not advise illegal behavior. There is a fine line between legal timing and fraud. Do not fake documents. Do not lie on forms. Do not commit fraud to get benefit. The cheats I am sharing are legal timing plays, paperwork strategy, and educated decisions. They are about using the system honestly and intelligently. If something sounds like it risks your career or violates the law, do not do it. Your future depends on your record in the service. Protect it. Game the system ethically. That is the real hack. Another deep shit is networking inside the military. Most recruits think the military is just isolated units. That is wrong. Units are small, but the network is global. Build relationships with people in MOS you want, with NCOs who teaches courses, with an officer who runs schools. People get access to schools, certifications, and duty assignments because of relationships. Show up disciplined, be coachable, and your commander will notice it. Commanders can help you get into opportunities that are not listed on the recruiter sheet. That human element is one of the most underrated hacks. A recommendation from a senior NCO or an officer can open a door that looks closed on paper. Let me give you concrete on-comment plays that are safe and high value. 1. Get your private provider educated on VA DBQs before you file. Educate them on service connection language so they can write reports that the VA values. 2. Keep a personal service diary. Track incidents, dates, symptoms, treatment visits, and names. That diary becomes a powerful evidence source when you file. 3. Leverage state-level benefits. Some states offer property tax exemptions, vehicle registration waivers, I don't pay vehicle registration at all, or free tuition for dependent of disabled veteran. Research the state you plan to live in and plan your moves accordingly. You might be asking yourself, where does discipline fit into the cheat code? It is the glue. Discipline turns a play into strategy. The person who wakes up on time every day, who studies the MOS, who shows up on to appointments and follow-ups on paperwork, who saves BAH instead of spending it on quick thrills, that person compounds advantage. Discipline is not romantic, it is boring, but boring compounding wins in the long run. When you treat your military contract like a business plan and show the discipline to execute, you will outpace 90% of your peers, military and civilian. Let us address a common objection. People say the military is dangerous or it is too controlling. That is valid. I'm not here to tell someone to enlist if it is not a fit. What I'm here to show is the alternative. Many people are stuck in low-paying jobs, dangerous civilian jobs already. The military will give you structure, training, and benefits that protect you in ways the gig economy does not. You must weigh risk versus return. This is a personal decision. My role is to show you how to maximize the return if you choose service. Real stories are important in life, so let me be specific without making things up. I became a citizen while serving the US military. I later earned a clearance, and my clearance was one of the things that insulate me during tech layoffs. Employers value cleared veterans because they can hire them for secure contracts immediately. The clearance was not handed to me. I earned citizenship, maintained good conduct, and later met the requirements. That sequence mattered. If you come in as a permanent resident and your long-term goal requires clearance, plan to naturalize as early as you can and prioritize conduct and financial stability while in service. That sequence is a play many people miss. Finally, the last cheat code is community and mentorship. Join communities of people who know the plays. Get mentors who have done it before. My school community exists for that reason, to teach the plays, the evidence to collect, the question to ask recruiters, and how to stack benefit in the right order, and many more cheat codes. For most people, paying $44 a month for guided knowledge that avoids years of mistake is an easy investment, but you do not need to join me to win. The real victory is learning, applying, and executing consistently. If you want to be strategic, start today. Decide your long-term goal. Do you want clearance? Start the naturalization process and choose an MOS that licenses you for high-paying civilian roles. Do you want to be a homeowner quickly? Set up accounts, save BAH during training. Do you want a lifelong tax-free income? Document your injuries carefully. Use DBQs when needed and appeal intelligently. The military gives you a toolkit. The cheat code is knowing which tool to use when. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. The military is not magic. It is a stack of legal, institutional benefits that compound if you use them intentionally. The cheat code is not in shortcuts or tricks. It is in strategy, paperwork, timing, and discipline. Use those, and 3 years can buy you a lifetime back. If you want to learn the exact plays step by step, the link to my school community is in the description below. That is where I break down the contract plays, the DBQ plays, the BAH math, the clearance timeline, and the filing templates I use to win my increases. I'm not promising easy, I'm promising the truth and the real tools that work. Drop a comment with your biggest question about joining, about clearance, or about benefit, and I will answer it. If this video helped you, subscribe for more play that turns service into freedom. Watch this video on the screen that YouTube thinks will be helpful to you next. Thank you for watching till the end. Peace. I'm gone.